Alrighty, welcome back everybody for the 2013-14 Fantasy Weasel football season. As Cool Whip pointed out in one of his posts earlier, this is our 5th season going into this. We're all spread all over God's creation, all over the planet. But it's great that we can all still do fantasy football together. And I think there's only a couple folks actually still back at Misawa, living up there in beautiful northern Japan. So hope this video finds everybody doing well and looking forward to another great season of Fantasy Weasel football. Well, here this summer I've moved once again. I'm actually living up in Northern Virginia. If any of y'all have any questions, shoot. I'm not going to put this on YouTube, but whatever. You don't know what I'm up to, just shoot me an email and I'll keep in touch with you. Let's see. So, in the spirit of chasing numbers, I had some time this year learning how to utilize Excel a little bit better. And you used to always hear around the AMU, "Hey, we're just chasing numbers, chasing numbers." Well, it's only after a while that starts to become part of your persona. Not that I ever chased numbers. Maybe we had to. I don't know. Take your own from that, but become pretty good at it. Looking at stats, putting performance reports together. You name it. I put an Excel doc. Bottom line, I made us a Excel doc that we can draw from and enjoy for your own performance reports or whatever you need to do for bragging rights. Really for bragging rights and historical purposes. So I'll email that out to everyone. I think it's okay. So I put it there. Winning percentages are in there, and if you open it up, if you open up the Excel doc, immediately you will see the first tab are overall numbers, and without a doubt, Cool Whip is on top. He's been the overall winner. He's got the best winning percentage out of the league with a 67.679 winning percentage, almost a 68% winning percentage. And if that's the best, I think we've got a pretty even league. However, on that same sheet, if you scroll to the right, even though the Cool Whip, he does have the best winning percentage, you'll notice a champions column. Well, guess what? You're not going to find Cool Whip over there, okay? That's reserved for champions only. And kind of like the New York Giants the other year, just because you have the best record, it doesn't mean you win. I mean, they go 8 and whatever, 9 and whatever, and they won the championship. So actually, Big Dogs won it in 2011, going 8-6. So Cool Whip, you know what? It's nice, but you don't have a ring. Well, we don't have a fantasy ring, so never mind. But keep going. Better luck this year. Behind him is the team, and the team is one of those other real consistent performers, and you'll see that if you keep on going down the numbers. So that's to the right on the champions column. So now that the column, we know that is reserved for champions only. Big Dogs, myself, Midway Monsters of last year, and of course our inaugural winner, known as the Florida Fish, now Mark Steel Grinders. He went 10-4 that season, and he was our inaugural winner back in 09. So you'll find that over there. Congrats, Mark. Hope you're doing well. Alrighty, but getting back to the numbers don't lie, and I went there. I studied over them myself as putting it together, and took away some notes from everybody that I thought, maybe some highlights as we go down, kind of a rundown historically on what's going on throughout the Fantasy Weasel Football League. So obviously you open it up right away.
Cool Whip, he was known as another name there. I forget, Rap Out Route or something like that. Changed his name to Cool Whip. A couple folks have done that throughout the last few years. Cool Whip's one of them. But obviously, hey, the numbers don't lie. Cool Whip, you get our praise. You are the big winner without a doubt. Moving on down to the team, another big winner, and then the team went actually 13-1 in 2011. That's the year the Big Dogs took the championship. So there's how the playoffs go. The playoffs matter there, boys. I'll tell you that. The team went 13-1 in the regular season. 13-1. And Big Dogs won it with a regular season record of 8-6. So playoffs matter there, boys. So the team, keep up the good work. He leads the league with top three finishes and just a consistent performer throughout. And obviously he's second in overall winning percentage. So the team, keep it up. Moving on down, the Raiders. If y'all know the manager of the Raiders, he is an energetic son of a gun, and he takes that energy to his moves and transactions. And, since we don't have a limit on the number of transactions, guys like him and who's at the Mark Steel Grinders, they take full advantage of it. I mean, the Raiders, he's second only to the Mark Steel Grinders. So the Raiders, consistent performer, and whatever you're doing to make those moves, you're doing it well, sir. You're doing it well. And then the undisputed move master, Mark Steel Grinders, the only guy to exceed. Let's see, I have to check this here. I think he's the only guy to exceed over. No, yeah, he's approaching 3 moves per game. 3 moves per game for Mark Steelgrinder. So, you know what? And then he's, what, 1, 2, 3, 4th overall winning percentage. So, you know what, Mark? Keep on doing all those moves. Apparently, you can do them from your iPhone or something because I don't have time to sit at a computer to do that. Moving on down to the Ice Worms. You know what? If you know anything about Ice Worms, he does right the first time, y'all. And I'm going to tell you something. He does that in fantasy football. That's just a way of life for this guy. Only 0.84 moves per game. Really, one of the lowest next to big dogs. But Ice Worms, consistent performer, doesn't do a lot of moving. And I'll tell you right now, he must do all his research during the draft because he doesn't make many moves throughout the season. Going on down to the Midway Monsters. Midway came into the league a couple years ago swearing he was going to dominate. Y'all look out, the Midway's coming, blah, blah, blah. I think he really takes a lot of that attitude from their quarterback. Who's that, Cutler? I don't know what his name is, Cutler maybe. But anyway, Midway Monsters came in. He talked the big talk, and you know what? And he had early success. I mean, he was our champ last year, and I don't know, he talked the big talk. You know, hey, everyone has beginner's luck, so we'll see how he does this year. But good luck there, Midway. Waiting downtime, love the name there, but constant mediocre performance there. Need a little bit more out of you there, John. I think you could do better. Heck, I know you can do better. Maybe a little less time on the golf course and more time in fantasy football. Okay, let's pick it up a little bit. Misawa Misfits here. I'm going to tell you something right now. Somebody that's moving to make a move into the top 3. I don't think the Misfits has a top 3 finish. No, they don't. They finished 9th, 6th, and 4th these last 4 seasons. So 9th, 6th, and 4th. Misfits, you're definitely moving in the right direction. So maybe this year is your year to finish in the top 3. We'll see. Big Dogs, the 2011 champ. But if you look at your winning percentage, that's definitely the highlight over the last 4 years for you. But you know what? Hey, 44% winning percentages. That's fairly respectable for a Cowgirls fan. And I happen to think that a 44% winning record is actually 44% winning percentage is probably going to be very close to what the Cowgirls see this season. So good luck with that, and good luck. Tell your wonderful family I said hello. Hatchinohe Lion Dogs. Thought I was going to have to go see up in Pennsylvania here a couple weeks ago, but I guess you're back with your family now, so that's awesome. You know what? When we introduced fantasy football to the Hatchinohe Lion Dogs, I mean, it was like Christmas. I can't tell you how many times he came to me, hey, Captain, thank you, thanks for introducing me to it. And actually, you know what, Hatchinohe? That's how I felt. I love it. I look forward to the draft every year. Look forward to the draft this Saturday, and I'm glad you like it. You got 2 ninth-place finishes, a 6th and a 4th. Not bad for a guy who was just introduced to it. But I'm thinking now with your new job, I know what you guys do over there. So hopefully you have more time. Heck, I know you have more time to dedicate to fantasy football this year, and that's good. Moving on down to the basement, the Pennsylvania Quakers. A 33% winning percentage. This can mean only one thing. The Quakers are spending too much time at the ice rink. Probably spending too much time keeping up with his crappy Philadelphia Flyers, which I think one of their star players hurt themselves golfing a couple weeks ago. You got a hockey player, a star hockey player, who's going to miss 5 to 6 weeks due to a golfing injury. All right, maybe you and him need to spend a little bit more time away from the ice and more to fantasy football. So, yeah, the Quakers, you need to pick up the basement and get something going here, buddy. So, I know you can do better, Quakers, especially being an Eagles fan. Respectful team, but I'm hoping they go 0-1 after Monday night
game this year. Alrighty, so be sure to check the stat sheets and the tabs. There's 2 tabs at the bottom of the Excel doc, so be sure to check them both. I've actually cut and pasted all that stuff. And if you notice any numbers that are wrong or any discrepancies with the sheets, please report that to your local MOS squadron if you still have one. If not, feel free to contact me, and I'll try to make those corrections. Once again, feel free to use any of these stats. If I can squeeze in my performance report, I know I'm going to, but y'all certainly can too. And I just want to share something with you guys real quick. If you look over my left shoulder here real quick, this is a football. I took my boys to Redskins training camp a couple weeks ago down in Richmond, and my 11-year-old managed to weasel his way to the front and get RG3's autograph, so that was pretty cool. RG3 signs a ton of autographs. You know, he's a stand-up dude. He's military dependent, great guy, hard-working son of a gun. So that's pretty cool. Kind of want to share that with everybody. But anyway, hope everybody has a great season. As y'all know, there's only but one toast. What's it go? Samurai Wood. Good luck and have fun, everybody, this year.